I see people saying and doing. And I get really, really angry at the history of the church and the violence against other people. And I get really, really angry at people that want to spend all their time making other people wrong and hurting and injuring other people in the name of divine love. And then I have to look at myself and see when I've done that exact same thing. And that consciousness gets drawn before the civil authorities, and my mind argues with it, but you have to make a living. What do you mean there are no limits? What do you mean that you're divine, you're flesh and blood? How are you going to pay your car note? You can be as holy as you want to, mystics still have rent to pay. You know, how are you going to get past this? How are you going to pay that doctor bill this month? What are you going to do? You know? You better start feeding the 5,000 right now, Homestead. You got bills due. And the conflicts of Holy Week exist within us. Exist within us. Everything by which we have modeled and molded and lived our life, all of the shoulds and have to, conscious and unconscious, all the stories of this culture, all of the religious dogma, all of the very practical ways we live, all of our beliefs about paying bills, making a living, about status, about money, about human relationships and what's appropriate and what's not, and what's the man's role and what's the woman's. And all of these ideas all come before this revelation of the Christ, this simple knowing that life is divine and we've got it all wrong, that none of that other crap matters. And they yell louder and louder, oh yes, we matter. Oh yes, in fact, it's all matter, and that's all that matters. Show us your God. Where is it? I want to touch it, taste it, smell it. Where is that miracle worker? Let's see. Yeah, that flight of fancy that you call the numinous experience. That flight of fancy you had of an expanded idea of who you are. Oh yeah, really. In this week, the journey of this week, is about the unlimited, unconditional, all-pervasive power of love, encountering everything within us contrary to it. Not in abject resistance, not in anger and judgment, but in absolute acceptance and receptivity. All part of being human, and it all belongs. And this holy consciousness takes it all into itself. Embraces it as Jesus embraced the children. And nurtures it, and loves it, and let it have its say. And stands there and takes the ridicule and listens to all the voices of how wrong it is. And takes the wounds upon itself only to transform the whole shebang in the blink of an eye. That's the power and the promise of this week. if we will embrace it. The challenge to us on Palm Sunday, really, is to open the gates of our heart, to allow in the greater definition of what's possible, an expanded awareness of who and what we are, to allow the Christ that you are to speak to the person that you become. What will happen if you do that is a moment of great joy, followed by all the nastiness you've ever thought, and all the nastiness you've ever experienced, and all of the arguments, why not, and all of the ideas for why it doesn't work, or it might work for others, but it won't work for me now. Or maybe I'm not just, I'm not that holy, I'm not that highly evolved. That's from Mother Teresa or the Dalai Lama, or, it's cool for Jesus or for Buddha, but, I ain't either one. And the Christ consciousness sits there and it listens and it silently calls. Remember who you are. The only begotten of the Father. You and the Father are one. You've never been apart. You've never been lost. There's no piece of you missing. There's nothing you need to add. There's nothing that you can learn to make this simpler. It's not about learning, it's about unlearning. There's nothing that you can do to accomplish this. It's done through you. It doesn't need your help. It just needs your participation, your willingness, your yes saying, your getting out of the way. Because it's already true for you. Because it's already there. It's been in you since before time began. And it's not going anywhere. It was here before time. It will be here long